Welcome back to another video. So today I really wanted to talk about personal branding. I remember when I first started these Wednesday videos, my very first video, if you actually go back and watch it, I think it was about a year ago, I'm sure my very first video was on personal branding. So I just wanted to do an updated version of that. Obviously it's been a long time since then. I've grown hugely. So my perspective's changed a little bit on personal branding, even though the fundamentals are always going to be the same pretty much. But I just wanted to give you my up-to-date 2024 July version of what personal branding means to me today. And hopefully you can take something away as an existing business owner, or maybe you are starting off and you can take something from here as well. So when I say existing business owners, it's because I've realized since I've been doing this content, even when I first started off, it was literally I was speaking to everyone. But now I've realized that my primary clients and the customers and the friends that I work with and the people that I help mainly are existing business owners, just because I've been in business for like 10-15 years myself, and I'm just more qualified to speak to you people that are already in business and you're dealing with all the uppercuts and the jabs and the punches and from staff and payroll and finance and operations and marketing, and we can go on. So I just speak a little bit more your language than to speak to somebody who is a startup. But look, if you are a startup, I'm sure you can take something away from it. So personal branding, huge, right? Personal branding, it's crazy. It's huge. We've been talking about this, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And now in 2024, we're still talking about personal branding. The question you really need to ask yourself is, what are you doing right now to work on your personal branding? Because I promise you, if you don't have personal branding, leads are not going to really be interested in you, right? You're not really going to get clients, right? Because look, because we live in this social media world, this era, what's happening is the first time somebody hears your name, they'll just go and Google you, right? Literally go and Google you and see what positive and what negative reviews, angles, articles come up about you, right? So why is my phone going off in the middle of me doing a very important video? Let me turn this on silent, apologies. People are going to go and Google you straight away and see what negativity is attached to your name, what positivity is attached to your name, and they're going to make a judgment. And if you are on YouTube and if you are on social media, they're going to watch your videos and then they're going to make a decision on whether this person, do I align with their values, yes or no, right? So let me define what personal branding is before I go off rail and start ramping on. It's very simply is what people know you as, right? To me, the July version of 2021, personal branding is not Instagram, it's not Facebook, it's not how many videos you have out there, it's not how many reviews you have. No, it's not your legacy. It's none of that shit. I promise you, it's none of that. Personal branding is what are you known as, right? And for those of you that maybe don't post on Instagram, don't post on Facebook, don't do all these things, you are still known as somebody in your circle. Whether it's your family, you have 2 friends or 3 friends, you have a dog, you are known in that circle as somebody, right? Whatever they know you as is your personal branding, because that is your reputation, right? So the question, the very deep and very important question I want you to ask yourself is, what are you known as right now? Right? And then the second question ask yourself is, what do you want to be known as? Right? So if you want to be known as for example, a business coach, right? Or you want to be known as the personal branding coach, or you want to be known as the best transformational coach. Well, do people know you as that? This is the question you have to ask yourself. Because if you are a personal branding expert, and if I know you as somebody who does burpees or somebody who just goes gym and puts weights, well, something's not aligning, right? Or something's not making sense because I don't know you as that, right? So where I'm going with this is that in 2024, whatever you want to be known as, start producing content, start talking about that specific stuff. And when you start talking about that specific stuff, specific thing, people will start to know you as that person, right? So for example, I remember when I first started off, I used to post, for those of you that follow me on Instagram and social media, you'll know that I used to post a lot of fitness content out there, like a lot, like every single day, more on my stories than even talk about business. Yes, I used to talk about business, but mainly I was just doing fitness content. And what happened was I realized over time, wait a minute, you haven't got a product that you sell to do with fitness. You're literally sharing your hobby, which is fine. But at the end of the day, is that what you really want to be known as? So for me, I had to cut down on that and just started focusing on just producing. Okay, I thought, well, you know what? For the next 3 to 6 months, I'm just going to talk about business content, right? And for some of you watching this, you're very talented because there's a lot of things you like to do, right? And this is why you need to ask yourself serious questions. What do you want to be known as? What reputation do you want people to have about you? And that needs to be attached to the thing that you sell, right? And I'm going to take it one step further. So that's the basic understanding of personal branding, right? Very basic. The second part, which I really need you to understand, and this is, I promise you, this is when you will get super loyal customers, super loyal clients, and like literally people will come in your funnel for a lifetime, is when people understand what you do because you talk about it clearly, is when you and the person that's watching you or the person that wants to work with you, when your values connect. Like I can't stress how important that is. When your values connect the dots, you're talking a bond that just can't be taken away, right? This is why if you look in America, the Democrats and the Republicans, like they are so loyal to their parties and their leaders. Is they would literally like fight someone. Look at Trump, like his people, right? They call him MAGA, right? What, make America great again? Fine, it is what it is. What I'm saying is like they would literally die for the party. Doesn't matter who, if they see an opposition, it's like it's war, right? Same with like, for example, Manchester United or Manchester City or Liverpool, or it's war when it comes to certain things. Why? Because their values align, right? So if you can get your values, if you can start talking about your values, start talking about your values in your content and in what you say, I promise you, the people that are going to come to you in your funnel, they're not going to fall off after 3 months or 6 months or 12 months. No. They're going to stay in your funnel for a very, very long time. So what I want you to take away from this video is, first ask yourself, what are you currently known for? Are you happy? If not, change your messaging to speak to the right person of what you want to be known for. And then the third thing is, start talking about your values in your content, right? And as soon as you start doing that, yes, look, you're going to probably remove 80% of the people. You're going to remove 80% of the people that follow you, or they're not going to be interested. They're going to start calling you out. But that's what you want, because the 80% you remove is going to be replaced by another 80% who believe in what you believe in. And that's what you want. So my message here is, ask exactly what I said. I'm not going to repeat myself. Start talking about your values a lot more in your content, and start talking about what you want to be known for. And finally, before I forget, I don't want to forget, it's the last thing I want to say in this is, all this that you do, I literally forgot. And as I was just saying, I forgot, I just remembered. All this that you do comes back to, who do you help? Who do you help? And whose problem do you solve? If you don't know the answer to this and the answer to this, you're never going to be able to make the right content. You're never going to be able to speak to the right person with your values. You're never really going to be able to ask you them 2 questions that I told you at the start, like who do you want to help and what do you want to be known for, if you don't know who you help and whose problem do you solve. If you don't even know that in the marketplace, then this all is going to be really tough for you, because one day you're going to show up as Tony Robbins, second day you're going to be showing up as Brendan Schubard, whatever his name is, third day you're going to show up as Mel Robbins, fourth day you're going to show up as, you know, another Joe Rogan, because you don't even know who you help. This is why get yourself a coach, get yourself a mentor, and sit down, figure out these basics so you can eventually get your messaging right, get your content right, and of course, win in 2024 and going into 2025. Hopefully in 12 months, maybe even 6 months, if I find another version, I will do that. But I really hope you found this video helpful. If you would like to work with me, book a call around this video. If not, just download my free guide, which tells you how you can increase profits in your business by 700%. I think it's like a 15 or 20-minute video. Go and watch it. You also get the option of booking a call with me if you want to. If not, keep enjoying my content. Till next time, I'll keep producing good videos for you. And yeah, see you next week.